And welcome back to the greatest show on earth. I'm Angel.
I'm Junior.
And I'm Daniel.
And today we're going to be going over I.S.S.
International Space Station.
Was kind of having trouble with this because me and Daniel talked about it in the intro. What kind of movie would you classify this as? Genre?
Sci-fi?
Sci-fi?
Yeah, it's 100%.
Is it sci-fi thriller?
Yeah, thriller.
Was
yeah.
it supposed to be thriller?
Yeah.
Because we were talking about it. Daniel's like, is this a scary movie? And I was like, no.
It felt scary.
You think
It was
so?
a thriller. Yeah. Well, we'll talk about that here in a second because first I want to make sure the desk poppers out there know we do a non-spoiler and spoiler review. So if you guys want, make sure you guys listen all the way to the end because we'll be spoiling the movie. But first, we like to talk about the movie. If we think you guys should watch it, if you guys would enjoy it. But
Theater experience.
we were just talking about it. What type of movie is this? Because I do think it's sci-fi.
Sci-fi thriller
Well,
for
it's
sure.
definitely sci-fi. But
It's definitely, yeah.
Sci-fi
is
thriller.
Would it be sci-fi?
Yeah, it's
It is
100% sci-fi.
It's
yeah.
100% sci-fi.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought it was almost horror, but I think it's just thriller.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even go as close to call it thriller.
Yeah, dude. Honestly, there were some moments where I was like,
It was a thriller, but it was
I was
a,
in
it was a,
suspense.
it was a
I
weak
was like-
thriller,
Yeah.
but it classifies.
For
as
those of you
thriller.
guys that are listening on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, on the YouTube, on the video, I'm doing some things. So make sure you check us out on there too. Cause
let's start off with letter grade.
You know what though? I look. Jasmine, the girl I went with, we went yesterday.
We all went yesterday.
She did not like it. I told her I gave it a B minus.
What did she give it?
She did not like it. She didn't even tell me the grade. I'll text her later, but I gave it a B minus. She definitely did not like it.
Okay.
I think I'm more in agreement with her.
I know. You both did.
I gave it a D, solid D.
I think I'm gonna give it a C minus.
Really, a C? It's on the same level as the Beekeeper.
No, he gave it a B per C.
That beekeeper was higher.
What would you give a Beekeeper?
A C.
Yeah.
What'd you give this?
C minus.
It's in the C range.
No,
Yeah.
bro, but still, the little minus and pluses matter.
Yeah.
They matter, bro. They matter.
This is the worst movie I've seen this year.
3 movies in.
Yeah, 3 movies in, but I mean, it's
You
someone's
got
gonna be
the-
the worst.
Do you got the tomato?
Well, it's still too early since it just came out.
Yeah, so
And we barely done seen it.
results are a little.
Yeah, the
little
tomato
skewed.
meter. The only one on right now is the critic score, which is at 61%, which I agree with.
I feel like
I
it's
agree.
generous.
I agree.
Yeah. Well, I feel like tomato meter is more. It's hard to grade because 61%. Was that not fresh or is that like?
I think it's certified. No, not certified.
It's not certified fresh. Certified is like 75.
Yeah, 70. I think it's
just a
still
little
fresh.
tomato.
I think it's still
a little,
fresh.
like yeah.
The regular tomato.
Does the tomato show? Like, that's just a tomato.
Yeah, so it's just fresh.
So
And then
people
what-
liked it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's still, 2 days in?
So I was telling
Day,
Jasmine
3 days.
the reason why I enjoyed this movie and I wanted to give it a higher grade, but honestly it fell flat in a lot of places. It was that I really love the themes between like humanity and becoming a monster. Like what as a human would push you to like
See, and I felt like I knew that was the theme they were trying to push.
yeah.
But they just didn't push it enough.
Or like it fell flat. Well,
It just
for
fell
me
flat.
it did fall
Like,
flat like in a
The
lot of
execution
places.
of that.
The CGI was kind of bad. I want to hear the budget whenever we talk about that because like the CGI looked bad.
It was the outside of the space station that looked bad.
Yeah, I agree. I thought
Like the space part or just.
a little
The
spoiler.
the
yeah,
station.
the station,
station
like the
itself,
station
yeah.
itself. Yeah, like when
like
you go outside.
everything, like when he was.
Yeah, when they would pan out to the station and.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess.
Because this could have had like Gravity type of, like CGI. Because Gravity was a great movie, but I felt like probably the budget just like hampered it a lot. Which it makes sense because like honestly, this movie all takes place like probably on 5 sets or like 4 sets.
Yeah.
Like it just takes place in this.
Yeah,
one
because all
space
you
station.
really needed was those small rooms.
I
They could have
did-
filmed the whole movie in this room.
Speaking of budget,
You guys want to do that right now? Yeah.
I have it.
Yeah,
Well, there's no box office numbers,
Yeah.
but I do have the budget pulled up. The budget for this movie was 22.4 million.
Reason.
So another low budget movie to start off the year.
I see it.
Now, obviously, we don't have box office.
We don't have
because
box office numbers.
We
now.
watched it a day
Still too
ago,
early, still too
so
early.
it's too early. But do you guys think it's gonna make that money?
Back. I don't think it's gonna make that money.
I
If the Beekeeper
very-
struggled with Jason Statham as like the lead, character,
Yeah.
To bring in the theater experience, bro. We went in there; it was all older guys.
It was also very dead because when I walked in, that was who was there.
Yeah, and you walked
I
in
walked in late.
yeah, we
Yeah.
walked in
but it was
almost
all
together.
males. It was like all older
yeah,
males.
yeah. There were also a couple older people. There was one dude in front of us, and I think one dude behind us.
There was one dude to our side.
Oh yeah, yeah. It was a big theater too. It was
Yeah,
The
we
chairs
were
were
in the big one.
a lot of
nice.
seats and everything. You know, that's funny you say that because Angel doesn't like them.
Yeah, I
Oh,
don't like
those
big.
seats I like better than the other across the way. Or are they the
Yeah,
same?
no, they're a
Probably
little
the
bit
same.
different, but yeah, Angel
Yeah,
doesn't like
I
them.
don't like them.
Oh no, you know
Weird.
what though? I do give it prop. Like I gave it props also because it was able to do all that in like a small space. Like they filmed the whole thing. They like it's pretty much like knocking at the cabin of the woods. Like I was really impressed that they could make the movie. But even that had like flashbacks to other like scenes.
Yeah.
Everything in this movie happened in that space station, in that little space.
and the thing is, with
no
knock at the,
flashbacks.
well, with the knock at the cabin, they did a really good job of making the cabin feel big. Like, yeah, the movie was just the whole movie
Well,
took place in the cabin.
The cabin felt big because there wasn't very much there. This felt small because it's really, really cramped.
Yeah, it's cramped.
Like
And
all
also,
the bullshit they had on the walls and everywhere, it just feels really cramped. So it like makes everything feel smaller.
we'll talk about it in the spoilers too, but there was one scene where Jasmine was really laughing at, but that also brings up the floating. I thought they did a great job. I don't know how they did
I think
it.
that was the best thing that
Yeah.
The
they
floating
did
was
about the
pretty
movie.
good. I wonder
Yeah.
how they did it.
Yeah, that's what I want to. I want to know how they filmed that.
They probably like just like strung them up.
You think like all wires and they're just like
I don't know because I feel like you get tangled because they were like going back and forth with each other
a
a lot.
lot. Yeah, and it
That or-
felt like anti gravity. Like it felt like they were like slowly like moving. You know,
Like that part actually looked realistic.
Yeah.
Maybe it was like a because how would you record it? Because they moved around like they were in water,
Yes.
like in a
That's-
pool. Because like someone that
That's
doesn't
how
know how to,
Avatar should be filming like there.
someone that doesn't know how to swim, you know how they cling to the side and how
Yeah.
they were
Yeah.
like grabbing and moving. That's what it seemed like.
But yeah, I mean that was our budget theater experience. But I do love to give awards. It's award season, baby. Do you guys have an MVP? Who did you guys enjoy the most in this movie? It's not a lot of characters. It was like 6 characters tops.
I like the Russian guy who survived.
Nikolai, look up the character name.
No, it's I think his name was
His name was Alexei.
Alexi.
Alex.
Nikolai was the evil.
Hey,
one.
yeah, he was
Oh.
the one that.
Well, what's the girl's name?
Evil. The Russian girl.
Sergey.
The main girl.
Kira.
Kira.
Kira Foster.
Kira.
Oh, but
I'm-
no, it wasn't. They called her Nika.
No, that was the other one.
Who are we
Veronica.
talking about?
Veronica. She's talking about the Russian girl. I'm talking about the American
The
girl.
Russian girl's name was
Yeah.
Nika.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
talking about who? What's her name?
Kira Foster.
Kira. Yeah.
Yeah,
Honestly,
that's what
I'm gonna
he's
give
talking
my MVP for I.S.S. to Kira. I thought she was the lead, and I thought she did a good job as being the lead. Apart from the MVP, we do gotta give an anti-MVP to International Space Station. Who was the worst character for y'all?
The white guy.
Christian.
Christian.
Oh, Christian.
Yeah, that's his name.
Christian, the one that.
Was
The one that
freaking
was the one that was freaking out,
Christian, yeah.
crying about his 2 kids. Fuck them kids.
No, I'm gonna give it to Nikolai just because I felt like he could be more evil. Like they could have pushed the boundaries with him.
They
his
could've.
evilness was cheesy at best.
Yeah, that's why I'm like
It was
I just
super cheesy.
But
I
that's
need to-
also why I think the movie fell flat because I think he could have completely turned into a monster.
yeah.
And
No, that's
natural
true.
monster.
and it's like you said, like he just
like
it
a
was-
horror
that-
movie kind of monster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I liked it because you had Nika who was very like indecisive of what to do, and then you had what was his name, the one you
Alexei.
liked? Alexei. He was like torn between also like
Well,
good or bad, and
Yeah.
who if he actually wanted to do it.
we'll talk more about the spoilers, but these people have a lot of like things to work through. We do
Yeah,
have
yeah.
a horny on the timeline award playa because obviously caught me by surprise, kind of, but they just made out.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
The commander.
Yeah, Nika
Nika
and
and the
I forgot his name. The guy with the mustache.
Chris Barrett, I think was his name.
Chris?
we got
The
that-
other guy was Christian.
Gordon Barrett.
Gordon Barrett.
Yes,
There you go,
Gordon
yeah.
and Nika. Who's hornier between the both?
Gordon.
Gordon,
He's the one that
100%.
came back with the vent. He's
Yeah.
You cut that out. No, it was definitely Gordon.
Gordon, okay. You're like, okay,
It was definitely
cool.
Gordon.
Yeah. Horny on the timeline, playa.
Yeah.
I asked
Yeah.
Jasmine this at the beginning of the movie. Would you guys go to space?
No.
Would you ever if
I'd
you could go
fold.
to space? Would you go to space?
If
I'd fold.
I had the chance to do something like that, I would do what like all these big guys are doing, where they only go up to like the
Like in a,
The upper
like a-
stratosphere or
a
whatever it is.
plane?
The upper atmosphere.
Yeah.
Like
That-
right
that-
now, they're
that-
like, "Hey,
that's the-
Daniel,
that's
we
the most
got
I
a
would
ride
do.
for you. Do you want to come check out space? Like, go
No.
to the space station. Would you go to the space station?
No,
No,
Damn, bro. I guess that's
I wouldn't be able to do it.
not even. I don't think it's just about being scared. I wouldn't do it.
like you're just not interested in it.
No.
I think I would be overwhelmed.
Yeah, but once you're there,
Well, it's like they said. When they opened up that hatch where you can see
Earth?
the Earth and the windows. They're like, this is the part where everybody has like a spiritual awakening.
well, they brought that up because they want to emphasize that there's no borders. You know, that's why they said that because
Well,
like,
there's no borders, but you're also looking directly at the world. You're looking
Yeah.
at everything.
Everything.
You're literally looking at
Everything.
the entire existence.
I told Jasmine, I was like, it looks a little flat to me.
I was thinking about that too because you can see the little curve, and I was like, I don't look that flat.
But I just made that joke.
There should be a movie
That's
out
funny.
that like that.
Yeah.
Where like I don't know, like where it just be flat. Like I don't know how you would do it. I want to see a movie.
Like Asgard, bro. That's how you do
Yeah,
it,
like
dude. That's
Asgard.
I guess, yeah,
You
but
just
like
make
if
it
you
like
were in
Asgard.
space, how would it look like?
like
That's how it'd be.
Asgard.
Like
yeah. Have
Asgard.
you not seen Asgard?
The Thor
yeah, but,
movies?
yeah, but you're looking at one little town.
No.
Oh no,
Asgard
it has
is-
mountains. It has a lot.
I don't know.
You literally
I wanna
see the edge when Hulk is like almost
Oh,
off
no,
the waterfall.
obviously you dumb bitch, but I want to see what
That's how it would be.
everything.
He wants to see it from the top, which would just be like
I don't know about the top, but you're looking at one single spot. It's like you're looking at Denver.
No, they panned out to the whole thing when it blows up.
Look, okay. Point is, guys, today's sponsor of the video is
That's Pop.
that's us, baby.
That's me and
That's
him
Daniel
and you.
too, and me. Yeah, man. Thank you for coming along on this journey, guys. If you guys are watching this on YouTube, make sure you guys give us a like, subscribe to the channel, man. We are doing oh shit, I'm excited. We're doing really well. Apple Podcast and Spotify, we're on there as well. Give us a 5-star rating; it helps out a lot. But
Please.
we want to quit our jobs. Por favor. Oh yes, but yeah.
You don't need them on like the.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You be scared to moan?
And I'm getting my girls here like little. Yeah.
Yeah. Please share with your friends, your family. We have been doing good, and we want to keep it
We
going.
want to keep that momentum.
Keep doing better.
But now we're in the spoiler zone.
Little. I don't know how to do that little noise that you make.
I want to ask real quick.
Go ahead.
Do you think this was another short movie, thankfully. What do you think about the pacing?
A
It was
little
slow.
slow at times.
The
At
beginning.
times, there was a lot of times.
There was a good half movie times that it was slow.
The first 20 minutes, I told Jasmine, I was like, this movie needs to get going to
Yeah,
where
like
it wants
now.
to get. Yeah.
Yeah.
I told her, I was like, dude, this movie is not getting to where, I don't know where it's going, but like, it needs to get there.
It needs to get there. Like,
Yeah.
to get there.
Soon, fast, ASAP.
I'm a little lost. So I need to.
Yeah, and we
I need
talked
you to pick
about it
up
too
a
at the
bit.
end. I was a little lost during the whole movie.
I think something that this movie really, really lacked was a plot twist.
There was a plot. I mean,
There was small plot twists.
You know
but there
what,
was
though?
nothing big. There was no pizzazz.
if Nikolai was the one that betrayed Kira, no, Alexis was the one that betrayed Kira, I think that would have been the plot twist where it was him all along and he was like,
Yeah.
you know what, I knew, and I'm sorry, I'm taking. That would have been
Yeah.
a plot twist to end all plot twists, bro. Because like this movie, I'm sorry, but you don't have mega stars. I was even thinking about this. I was like, if there was one mega star, would it make this movie better? Where like the scenes would be more impactful
Yeah.
and the themes would like hit harder. I was thinking about that, and I was like,
You know what made me
they're not.
feel more flat? I never connected to any of the characters.
Do you feel like if you were connected more, if it was a bigger star that was there
I don't know if it was a bigger star, but they're separate stories
going on?
going on. Like I never felt like
We had
I
the
guess
couple.
like a connection or anything
Like there was
that.
no one that you were like, I hope this character doesn't die.
Yeah. Like I was just like whatever
I hope
happens,
this one
happens.
makes it,
Yeah.
yeah.
well, did you ever want like Nikolai? Were you like, oh, I hope he dies?
We
I
were
get-
talking about it. We're like, I think Christian's gonna be the first one to die.
Yeah, we were like, he ended up being the last
The
one.
last one.
Well, also his turn came out of nowhere too.
Yeah.
Well, also it was random because he was making sandwiches, and at that point, Kira already knew what was going
Also,
on.
he made like a shitty burrito. it wasn't a sandwich. He was making like it was like on a tortilla.
Yeah, I mean it's
That was the
space,
bread
too,
they got.
so-
It's space, yeah.
It probably is like that thin piece of bread. I don't know.
Yeah.
He was like, I'm making a sandwich, but it was like peanut butter
You know
and
what's
ham
funny?
and
They don't even have butter knives. They're just a straight regular knife.
Look, I did love the whole like, oh, United States are sending us a message. We gotta take control no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
And then them like the whole like, oh, did they also get the message? And then him like, oh, something's
That-
wrong with
that's
the
what I
antenna.
wish-
The whole antenna thing too. I love that plot. Like the
I
whole
wish
plot
there was
of the antenna.
more paranoia.
Yes.
There was not enough paranoia.
There wasn't.
Yeah, I think they should have kept that close. Like with Nika,
Mm-hmm.
Kira didn't know if she was playing her or not. That should have extended longer. Like, oh, is she actually on my side or is she helping
Yeah.
the Russians? We don't know. They shouldn't have shown the conversations of the Russians. I think if they kept that a mystery up until like you reveal it, who's actually helping who,
Yeah.
that would have been great. Like you could have had Nikolai and Alexei look working for the Americans, but you don't know who's trying to save who
Yes.
and who's trying to kill who.
Yeah,
So that
'cause
way, when one of them finds them, you're like, oh shit, who's about?
Because this is the type of movie where, like you said, you benefit from not seeing one side.
Yeah.
So you start building this wild assumption in your head.
You start building up that suspense to yourself.
Yeah, you
like-
start building
and
it up
that's where the
yourself.
thriller starts to come
Yes,
in.
yes.
There was none of that.
There was none of that.
Okay, yeah, I enjoyed it for what it was.
You know what? I
honestly.
think something would have made this movie a lot better.
What?
I think like graphic deaths.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if
No,
the
there
deaths
was
were
one.
more graphic.
Wasn't there one? Who
Well,
died
I
graphically?
guess it was when they were fighting each other. That was about
Gordon and Nikolai.
Nikolai. That was
Yeah.
probably like the most graphic we got.
Like if Commander Barrett like would have been sent out to space and like his suit would have leaked or something, then he would have
he's the
exploded.
one that should have never came back.
Yes,
Yeah.
I was about to bring up that plot twist. He comes back.
They should have just fucking.
That was a crazy. That was like out of nowhere that he came back.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
that
What are
was
the
just
chances
random.
of you surviving space like that? You know, like just
Well, they
holding
did
on.
say he did have a life support that will.
No,
sustain
I
it for
know,
a
but
little
like
bit.
he got knocked out. You know, as soon as you get knocked out, you start. There's no like, like as soon as you got
There's
momentum
nothing to
going
stop
this
your
way.
momentum,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So as soon as you start going, like he needs.
Like what are the odds he
But
ends up
those
back
suits
on
do
the
have the little they're like the little
You think?
air thing that like helps push you
yeah, just
around.
like the boosters are what they call
yeah,
it.
the little boosters.
I
But he
don't
was
know.
knocked out at the time, so I don't.
No, but it's like a
none
Dolphins
of it-
even
none-
then. Like,
none of it made sense.
Yeah.
like if this is the space station, if you once you
And
start going
he
this
was
way,
going that way.
You're screwed.
or that way,
Yeah,
you're
so
screwed.
you're
No,
screwed.
yeah.
He came back just for Nika to die, and like I get that that's for him to
both of
fight
them to
Nikolai.
die.
Yeah, and I just
Yeah.
it was pointless for me because their fight
That should have been a graphic death, like
Yeah.
you're saying. They could have cracked his like mask or something, and just
was it rated R?
No,
There was a movie we saw that was rated R. No, I felt like whatever, it doesn't matter.
Book of Clarence was rated R.
Yeah. And I think Beekeeper was probably too. Dude, you know what? Jasmine said that Nikolai and Gordon fighting, she couldn't take it seriously because they were floating. She
Really?
was like, yeah, she was like, I can't take this serious. They're just both just floating, trying to like fight.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I can see that. I don't know.
I could see that because they would like throw like two punches and then like push each other back, and then they had to like dive at each other and like do the whole thing again.
That was like the only action sequence, right? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
And
That was
also
it.
Christian, but like, oh, you know what was gruesome though? When Christian comes in with the knife and Alexi just, I'm like, that's a way to stop.
Oh,
a knife.
yeah, he
that's
like-
a really, that's a way to stop a knife, if I ever saw one. You know?
I like he's just like ow.
She also just wraps it, but doesn't do anything. Like no, not even like a little ointment or nothing.
Well, it's
No,
space,
it's-
so like, would it really like start gushing, or like it would just be dots, like the way the
oh
alcohol
yeah.
that
No,
came
but I'm
out.
saying like she didn't do nothing to like
Yeah.
cover the hole. She just
That's what I'm saying. He was
Yeah,
just like ow, and
yeah,
he
he
just
just
wrapped
wrapped
it in
it
a
tight.
band-aid. And it was like,
yeah.
okay.
What did you guys think of the situation on Earth being kept like I guess a mystery?
A
Like
mystery.
We
I
talked
was
about
telling,
that.
I was telling Angel. I wish we had gotten like a few scenes of Earth. Maybe seeing like an explosion or something, or seeing like the aftermath.
you see, for me, I'm the opposite. I'm really happy they didn't even discuss what was going on Earth because this movie was about what's happening in the space station, and for me,
Yeah.
anything on Earth would have like.
I think that's like a whole separate movie. If they
Yeah,
would've
yeah,
done it.
Could have been,
Well,
yeah.
Yeah, maybe it was a budget, but I think they were smart with the budget going like, hey, it doesn't matter what's going on Earth. The only thing you need to know is that nuclear bombs went off and now they're fighting amongst each other.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have you guys ever played the Fallout games?
No,
No, you.
I know of them.
Yeah, I played one.
So
but
the whole
like, didn't-
the whole story behind those games is that
Yeah, it's the
uh,
aftermath of a nuclear.
the aftermath of a giant nuclear war that ended the world.
Yeah, and all those bunkers like fucked up or like had
The what?
you know,
Yeah.
yeah, they were pretty fucked up. I mean, I know the stories of the bunkers. Sometimes
Oh.
on TikTok there'll be people talking about the different bunkers and like the crazy shit that went on there. Yeah, it's some crazy ass
Yeah.
shit, bro.
So if you wanted to watch something about what was happening on Earth, you could even watch like the story of those games.
No. I mean, I know what like.
Fallout is.
Yeah, and I know like what could have gone, what happened, and all that.
I mean, also, what are like? Here's the thing: you've been with these people all this time. How hard is it
How
for you
long
to
do
be
you think
like?
they were up there? How long was that entire thing?
Probably not even a day. It's
No, not even a day, because they kept saying they're like, tomorrow we're gonna fall into the upper atmosphere.
Well, I mean,
He kept saying 8
slept one
hours.
night, so I think it was probably like 2 days, 3 days.
No, it was a day.
I feel like it was a day because
When they landed, when they got there, they set up everything, and
Oh,
then they
well,
slept.
that we're talking about from when it started. The whole
Yeah.
but yeah,
I'm
probably
talking
it's
about,
probably
like, from
weeks.
start to end.
Probably
Start to end. No, start to end was like 2 days.
No, Kira definitely like did some shit before like that. You know, like she definitely like got acclimated at least a weekend. I feel like.
No, because she even wakes up the next day and she's like, "How did you sleep today?"
Oh.
And then she was like, "First night's the roughest, huh?" And then that's
Yeah.
when they got the
Yeah,
email.
you're right.
Yeah. So it was
Right.
max
Well,
2
like,
days.
Damn, a whole bunch of shit like happened in 48 hours. They dock and then go back in like 48 hours. That's crazy.
You know what's like what I didn't like though was that like just the whole switch up there. So they get up there and then they're having like their like game night or whatever,
Yeah.
and they start talking politics and he's like, "No, we don't talk politics up here." Like it's kind of like what they were saying. There's like, oh, there's like no borders and we're all just one,
Yeah,
like one
family.
people. I thought that theme was gonna be brought up again towards the end.
Well, I
where,
thought
like,
that they didn't talk politics because like they would start fighting like it's Thanksgiving. You know, I thought that's why they didn't bring up politics.
Well, I mean, it was someone's birthday, but
Yeah.
or something. I don't know.
They were
I-
just
I think
celebrating
it was
that they
just
got up
celebrating
there.
that they got up there.
But like I thought that theme was gonna be brought up again towards the end, like in like some sort of
mean,
plot
it
twist
was.
where it's like, oh hey, don't kill me. Remember, we're all one people, or
They did.
I don't know something.
Yeah, there was a Russian and American who left, so there's like no borders.
Yeah, but
I honestly did not get the ending.
They also, yeah. What part?
Like the ending, like so. What exactly happened? Like they're going down. The speaker's like, "Oh, we're gonna help out Americans." So I'm like, "What the fuck happens to Nikolai or
Yeah.
Alexis?" I mean, Alexis.
Well, they wanted to know who was coming in, who was
Yeah.
coming back.
Yeah, but it's Alexis and Kira. So like,
Yeah, but they never said.
I know that's what I'm saying.
I know, that's what- yeah, that's
I'm
why
just
the-
saying, bro. I'm
yeah.
like, it was confusing because I'm like, what, like,
because that's just how it ends.
and I'm like, you did all this to like promote unity, and
Mm-hmm.
like you kind of leave it ambiguous, and I'm like,
Yeah, because at the end
like,
he's
what's
like,
going on Earth? Like, is
he's like,
everybody?
Yeah, I
this,
get
this
it.
message is for Americans.
Yeah.
And it seems pretty sad because they're pretty much going down to Earth, where I'm pretty sure Earth is fucked up right now.
I mean,
Well,
you
I
saw
mean, the
like half
entire
the
like
world.
the USA looked like the entire thing was
lava.
gone.
Yeah, it was like lava, like red. The whole
So,
planet
so
was
who,
red.
yeah. So who are they going back to?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking
Yeah.
too.
Well,
I'm
even Kira says that. She's like, "Where are we going back to?" And then Lexi's like, "I don't know."
no.
I think it was the other way around.
Oh.
But still,
I honestly, the ending, like, really, like, I was just
it kind of throws you off. Yeah, but
All right. Well, do you think this movie is getting a sequel?
there's no need for a sequel.
hell to the no. Unless like,
I don't know what kind of sequel you would get.
The Earth.
unless you go like a whole genre shift, call it a different movie, and just be like, oh, this is what happens like on Earth. But like, there's no way they're doing that.
I don't think so either.
Unless we get like the Earth point of view like that time. But I mean,
Yeah,
there's no sequel to this movie.
I think this was like a director's first movie. I hope it was their first movie. And they were like, hey, we're going to see how this goes, blah, blah, blah. Or second movie, like beginning, you know, and she was like, oh, we got a low budget. Let's make this.
Is it just Americans and Russians in the space station, or I think
Yeah.
no other nationalities?
No, the Russian Americans are the, yeah, it's just them.
Well, I mean, I guess in real life there's other nationalities, but right.
No, that's what I'm saying. In real life, is there other countries that go up to the space station?
No, I think China has their own space station.
Do they?
I feel like it.
I have no idea. I could not tell you.
Because I thought a Mexican went up to the space station like not too long ago. He was like the first Hispanic up there,
Maybe.
like first Hispanic astronaut or something.
No, but I think he worked for NASA.
Oh, was he
Who?
for NASA?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you can be Mexican and work for NASA. This is
No, I know, but he it was part of like the USA.
Yeah, part of the USA.
USA.
All right, guys. Well, that's our review of ISS. Let us know down below in the comments. What did you think of the movie? Are you gonna watch this movie? Or is it something that you would recommend to your friends and family?
Are you gonna wait for theaters? Or are you gonna wait for streaming? Or are you gonna watch it in theaters?
Yeah, I think
know.
this is another streaming movie.
Yeah.
This is one of those that like come on cable.
I wouldn't even. Yeah, don't even wait for streaming. If it comes up on cable,
Yeah.
fuck, sit down. You're not doing
Yeah,
anything.
put it on.
Watch it. You know, like one of those.
It's one of those days where it's one of those movies where like if the power goes out, you got nothing else to watch.
Yeah.
You're like you're
I would not bring a date to this movie. I would not.
No.
even though
No.
you did.
Even though it
I
did.
mean, dude, honestly, she watches a lot of movies. She loves
No.
watching movies. So one
that
of
was
y'all
still a
might be
date.
getting replaced.
That was still
Uh,
All right, guys. We'll see you guys next time.
Adios.
deuces.